what you can do is a 2-strand twist, and you just 2-strand twist it and take it all the way around like a beehive. And that's how you want to do the braid pattern for that, if you want to crochet braid some locks. And you also need to have a crochet braid hair curl pattern that's going to cover those locks, because coverage is key. So you have to make sure you have plenty of coverage, and that means that you probably have to use, like something like this. Yeah, I'm the opposite this camera. Something like this. This right here is beach curl. So beach curl is thick enough to cover your locks. So something like this, something like a water wave. A water wave by Free Tress is good. And if you did, I wouldn't see you crochet braiding your locks and then putting faux locks on top of your locks. But, some people could do that, but it just depends on the locks itself. The locks can't be those skinny, like passion twist locks. You don't want to do that. You want a thicker lock if you're going to put locks on top of locks. So, but you definitely have to have something that's going to cover the locks. So yes, you can crochet braid locks. For me, the locks have to be thin and not thick, and not super long. You don't want to have super long locks, because that's not going to work. But there's a lot of locticians out there who can design and style those locks like nobody else's business. But if you wanted to get some crochets on your thin lock, and I would say probably like right here at the shoulder, but they have to be thin in order for me to do them for you. So yes, you can cover your lock. So we'll go to the next question regarding the lock. Okay, well, here's a question from Candy Clay 5472. Candy Clay 5472, and she said why she did not turn around her face so she can see the front of her face. So she's talking about the video. So there's a video out there that I did. It's a short, and it's called Sister Bay 18-inch faux lock. And the Sister Bay, and this is all on my short videos. If you guys want to take a look at that anytime, it's Sister Bay 18-inch faux lock, no loop method. And so that crochet braid is a very, very, very thin. It's like micro thin. So it's super micro thin, but there's no loop. So you have to go ahead and hand tie it and make your own knot for that. And so she was just saying that the person in the video had thinning edges right here on the side. And so I was telling her that in order to fill that thinning in, it has to be really small. And then you're going to have to take a lot of hair to cover that. So you can cover those edges, but it's going to take a lot of hair to cover it. And it's going to be thin hair to cover that in this case with the Sister Bay 18-inch faux lock, no loop method. And that is a short video of mine that's out there. So you can cover your edges, but you have to be strategic about it. You really do. You have to be strategic about it. But your edges can be covered. There's a lot of things you can do. And it really depends on the person's head size and their head shape. And it depends on how far you can get that net up towards the front, and how far you can get that cornrow to cover up towards the front. And matter of fact, I have a lot of videos out there you guys can look at to see how to braid down a cornrow pattern when you don't have any edges up here. So there is a method to the madness, how to braid down that cornrow pattern so you can have good coverage. And the thing about that, it's a video out there. It's called Tutorial Thin Edges Alopecia Cover Up Using Faux Locks. And you guys will see on that video how she has her hair is really super thin from here going all the way back to there. But she had hair up here at the top that, if you have some hair up here top, there is a lot of hope, because you can do a small thin braid and go ahead and put your crochet braids in and cover it and cover that whole situation right here. So, you can cover it, but someone asked the question, what's the point of covering that if the wind blows? Well, that's a good question, because the wind is going to blow and situations are going to arise. But if you're uncomfortable, what you want to do is just get you a nice headband. Get you a nice headband and put your headband up underneath that, and it will still look nice and still look stylish. And and if you have concerns about that, that you'll feel more secure if you have a band, covering that. And it's almost just like this. You have your band on, and this hair is covering. So it's like you have your faux locks or your fake braids, and this is just covering over that, to cover it. So if the wind blows up, you still don't see the thinning hair. You'll be fine with that. So you don't have to be concerned about that, and if you are, that's another option. And another option too, of course, which is, to me is not, a great option, especially if you have a lot of thinning from here all the way back, and then you have your crochets to cover that thinning. Some people, they put the wax on here, the black wax, or they put the black spray on there and they spray that down, to give that look, as if there is some hair. And I don't know what you quite call that spray, but the barbers use that spray. And so a lot of people do use that spray to cover up the thin edges right there. So, so that's another option. So you could do that. You could do your band, to cover up this situation as well, along with your faux lock hair covering and coming over like that. So that's another option for thinning edges. And I always tell you guys, give your hair a break. Give your hair a break, because breaking is so very much important. And that's one thing I do. And I didn't realize, you guys, that over the summer I have kept, this is my this is coming to market as well, but this is my half wig. And normally if you guys follow me or see my my YouTubes and shorts and everything, mostly for the whole summer you have seen me just wearing my half wig, not this way, but I wear it back on that way with my hat on, or my cap or scarf. And that's what I've been wearing for the whole entire summer. So for the whole entire 8 weeks, I have had my hair down. I have not had crochets in. I've had my hair braided underneath here, and I've had my half wig on. And the half wig, you can pop on, pop off, and that's what I love about it. My half wigs are not attached to any caps or anything. You have your own caps, your own bandanas, your own scarves, your own whatever you want to do to cover up your half wig, and that works very well. But I always tell clients not to in any protective style, do not go back to back to back to back. For me, for the crochet braids, I always recommend you guys, you can do 2 installs, and an install should last you from 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks is a regular install. 4 to 6 weeks. Now, if you have a problem with thinning hair, I recommend you only wear it for just a month, because your hair is already thinning, and you don't want to keep a lot of tension on the hair. So just leave it on for a month. If you're having problems with thinning, alopecia, you don't want to leave it on for that long. But if you're okay, I recommend for crochet braids, for what I do, that you only leave them in for 6 weeks. 6 weeks is the max. And just do 2 installs back to back. And then once you finish that second install, take a break. And I recommend you take 2 to 4 week break. But me personally, I always take 6 weeks break. I always take 6 weeks. But for this summer, I did a whole 8 weeks, because number one, it was so convenient for me to break like that. And then, it looked cute. So I just kind of rolled with it throughout the whole summer. So now I'm going to reinstall my crochet braids. Matter of fact, this week I'll be putting in my crochet braids, and that also will be coming out with, the videos showing me putting in my new crochet braid looks and all that kind of thing. But I always say, give yourself a break. Do not, I don't care if it's weave, quick weave, lace fronts, individual braids, whatever it is, give yourself a break. And it's okay, PK, I want to give myself a break, but I don't have anything to break to. So that's why, one of the reasons why I came up with the half wig, so that when people say, okay, I want to take a break, but I don't have it, and I don't want to wear a real wig, because sometimes when you wear those real wigs, you got to do the wig band, you got to do the wig cap, and you have to put all that on. Well, the half wig that I make, you don't have to do all that. It's just a mesh net with your crochet braid hair in. You plop it on just like I did, and I have a bandana on around this for this particular look. So there's a lot of things you can do. Now, if you have your own hair and you're used to wearing your natural hair, just go ahead and wear your natural hair. Wear your natural hair for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You're two twist strands. You can do that, or you can go to a professional natural hair stylist. And here in McDonough, I recommend Rockafro. Rockafro in McDonough, they are a natural hair design salon, and they do it all. So when you want to wear your natural hair, you can do some two-strand twist. Can't get that out. Do that, or you can just go ahead and wear your natural hair and put your curl definer mixed with a little bit of the gel. Mix that in there and do for your natural hair and wear your natural hair. So those are some of the things you can do. Or like probably twice a year, what I'll do, I will go ahead and get a silk press. I'll do a silk press for a couple of reasons. Especially when the fall, winter comes up, I like to do a silk press so I can see what my hair is looking like. And if I need to get a trim, I'll go ahead and get my deep trim then once I do a silk press. And, my silk press, they don't last long because my hair is not trained for a silk press. So they don't last long. And honestly, they probably only last me a good 3 or 4 days. And then, I end up wearing, the style for 3 or 4 days. And I end up just pulling it back and pulling the ponytail for probably another week or two. And so I'll do that. And then I'll go back to, putting in my crochet braids. But, you should never, ever continue to go back to back to back with any protective style. Even when you do individual braids, you really need to give yourself a break, because if you go back to back to back with your individual braids, and over time, you're gonna start losing your edges over time. And the crazy thing about that, when you do those quick weaves or lace fronts or whatever, and especially now, queens, especially if you don't have anybody who's really caring about your natural hair, you need to get it. There's nothing wrong with all of that. You need to get, especially the quick weave, the weave. Nothing wrong with that at all. You just need to get a stylist who cares about your hair. A stylist who cares about your hair, and they're going to tell you, if they're a good stylist, they're going to say, hey girl, we need to take a break with this. It's too much tension, there's too much pull on your hair. So let's just take a break, and you can come back to it, in about a month or so. So a true stylist is really going to be concerned about your hair growth and your hair journey. So if your stylist is not telling you, girl, you don't need to do these individual braids, you keep doing it back to back, give it a break, then come back to me after your hair gets a little bit stronger. That's a good stylist. That's somebody who really cares about your hair health and who really cares about your hair journey. And if a stylist is not asking you, okay, what are you doing with your hair? How do you see your hair? What do you want? Do you want length? or do you want it just to be strong and healthy? What are you doing about your thinning? Okay, are you on some kind of hair, skin, and nail regimen? You know, are you doing your protein treatments? Are you doing your hot oil treatments? Are you doing your hydration treatments? So, you know, the stylist has to ask you, when's the last time you had your trim? You know, when's the last time you had a deep condition? So these are the things that, you know, your stylist should be asking you. Because I had a client, she came to me because she started losing her hair, and she didn't know that she was losing her hair until she looked into the mirror. Her stylist just happened to get up to go to the restroom. And so, you know how we do when you take your hair down and somebody's working on your hair and you want to get in the mirror and see what's going on. So she got in the mirror to see what was going on, and she saw that her hair up top was thinning out, and she was mortified. She had no idea that her hair was thinning out. And she asked her stylist, she said, hey, why didn't you tell me my hair was thinning out? You know, stylist didn't tell her anything. And so, you know, so she that's how I got her. And that's the story that she was telling me. And so Queens, it's important that you guys, you know, hey, you can get your weaves done, and you can get your lace fronts and all that kind of stuff. But my thing is just like, don't do it back to back. Don't make it a part of your natural life when it comes to, I'm not talking about weave, but when it comes to quick weave, those lace fronts, those glue ends, and whatever you gluing down, flicking down, all of that. You know what I mean? Make sure you just do that every once in a while, like a special occasion, you know, like your birthday or a special event. Because when my birthday is coming up in November, so I am going to do some kind of weave, because I don't normally do that. I don't know. Normally I stick with my natural hair, or a crochet, or a half wig, and I do a the press, you know, and I'll do that, the press, silk press twice a year. But other than that, I don't do weaves. I don't do I don't do none of that stuff. No glue on, nothing. But for my birthday, I am going to get a nice, I think I'm going to get a nice, either a weave or a clip-ins, some clip-ins. I think I'm probably going to do that. So yeah, so I'm excited about that too. I'm excited about that. But yeah, so you guys, take care of your hair. Make sure that you have a stylist that cares about your hair and that wants to see your hair growth progress, you know what I mean, and be a part of that. Because a lot of times, and I hate to say it, you know, some stylists, they're just in it for the money. And you just can't be in it for the money. You have to be in it because this is what you love to do. You know, you want to see people look beautiful, and you want to see the people have some hair growth. You know what I mean? Whatever their hair growth, you know, journey is, healthy hair. You know, they want to, you know, have long hair. You know what I mean? So whatever the client wants, you know, it's our duty as a stylist to be able to accommodate them and help them. You know. And then I got one person, and she came to me because and she loved her stylist. She loved her dearly. The stylist did a great job on her hair all the time, and she wanted to go ahead and start a protein, you know, a protein treatment, a regimen, a hair regimen. And so the lady had already been paying $300 for whatever she was getting done. And so the stylist told her, you know, well, if you want, you know, a hair growth treatment, then, you know, it's going to be another $300 every 4 weeks. And she was a long-term client, you know, of the stylist. And the stylist, you know, said, well, you know, I'm not going to change my price. She said, you know, that's a little steep for me too. I'm not going to change my price. My price is what it is. And, you know, and I understand, but, you know, if it's a long-term client, then, you know, it's like, you know, give me a little break. I've been with you forever. I like you, you know, I'm willing to work, you know, with you. So, you know, so that's how I got her, you know, it's because, you know, she couldn't afford to pay another $300 on top of the $300 she already paid for just the style. Then we're going to come back with another $300, you know, a month later for treatment, you know. So it was just too much for her to handle. So she came to me, and, you know, I'm not that expensive, but yeah, so you just have to be, you know, mindful mindful of your expectations for yourself and your expectations for a stylist. You got to make sure you get a good stylist who really cares about your hair health. And so we started out talking about alopecia and thinning. So those, if you guys go to my shorts, you'll see all my tutorials on thinning and things you can do to help to save your hair. All right, ladies, we have been on here for almost going on 25 minutes. So I appreciate the time. I did not announce this live stream. I just popped on because I wanted to get some time in, because I told you guys if I don't post a full video that I will get on here and do a live stream. But unfortunately, I didn't make that live stream announcement. So I thank you for whoever 8 eyeballs are on me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I really do. But the next time I go live, I will definitely announce it. And again, if you guys have any questions before I tune out, let me know. I am doing this new, what is it called, StreamYard. So, and I'm excited about it. So the next time I will definitely make an announcement that I'm going to be on here doing a live stream. And but for now, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all people for laying eyes on me. And if you don't see a full video on the channel, you will see me live stream, and I will make that announcement. All right, you guys, have a good and blessed week. Bye.